There are moments in financial history when time seems to pause, when the tick of the market clock grows softer and the hum of trading screens fades into reflection. Today marks one such moment. Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha, has delivered what may be his final letter to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders. At 95, Buffett isn't just retiring from his role as CEO and chairman, he's closing the most remarkable chapter in modern capitalism. As the British would say, "I'm going quiet," he wrote. But make no mistake, Buffett may be going quiet, yet his voice will echo across every portfolio, every balance sheet, and every investor's conscience for decades to come. Buffett's final letter, a gentle goodbye. Buffett's last letter reads more like a heartfelt memoir than a corporate update. He reminisces about his Omaha childhood, the people who shaped him, and the values that guided his 60-year journey at Berkshire Hathaway. It's not the story of a man obsessed with money, but one grounded in character, patience, and a simple faith in the power of compounding, both in returns and in goodness. I will no longer be writing Berkshire's annual report or talking endlessly at the annual meeting. To my surprise, I generally feel good. Though I move slowly and read with increasing difficulty, I am at the office 5 days a week where I work with wonderful people. That sentence alone captures Buffett's essence. Even at 95, his definition of retirement doesn't involve luxury yachts or beach homes. It means showing up 5 days a week to the office he's loved for a lifetime. The numbers that tell the story. When Buffett took control of Berkshire Hathaway in 1965, it was a struggling textile company. Today, it's the 9th largest U.S. corporation by market capitalization, behind only titans like Nvidia and Amazon. Its portfolio spans insurance, railroads, energy, consumer goods, and iconic holdings like Apple and Coca-Cola. Berkshire's rise mirrors the very principles Buffett preached for decades. Buy businesses, not tickers. Invest with a margin of safety, avoid speculation, and let time do the heavy lifting. His personal net worth has swelled past $150 billion, yet he's given away more than half his fortune and has pledged nearly all of it to charity, including 2.7 million Berkshire shares in this latest act of generosity. Over 1.5 million shares will go to the Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation, and hundreds of thousands more to the Sherwood Foundation, the Howard G. Buffett Foundation, and the Novo Foundation. This, too, is Buffett's quiet revolution, wealth creation tied not to excess, but to responsibility. The succession. Greg Abel steps into the arena. After years of speculation, Buffett confirmed Greg Abel as his successor, a move long anticipated but now officially written into the company's future. Greg Abel has more than met the high expectations I had for him when I first thought he should be Berkshire's next CEO, Buffett wrote. Greg Abel understands many of our businesses and personnel far better than I now do. Abel, 63, oversees Berkshire's non-insurance operations and is known for his calm, disciplined management style, qualities that mirror Buffett's own temperament. For investors, this transition signals continuity, not disruption. Abel isn't a Wall Street showman. He's an operator, a listener, and a steward of the Berkshire ethos. Still, the market will watch closely. No one replaces Buffett. But as history shows, from Tim Cook at Apple to Satya Nadella at Microsoft, the right successor can turn a legacy into a renewal. The wisdom that never ages. At the end of his letter, Buffett shared a few closing thoughts, his distilled philosophy on life, investing, and humanity. Don't beat yourself up over past mistakes. Learn at least a little from them and move on. It is never too late to improve. Greatness does not come about through accumulating great amounts of money, publicity, or power. When you help someone, you help the world. Kindness is costless but also priceless. Keep in mind that the cleaning lady is as much a human being as the chairman. And perhaps the line that defines Buffett's worldview best: choose your heroes very carefully and then emulate them. You will never be perfect, but you can always be better. This isn't just advice for investors. It's guidance for citizens, leaders, and human beings. It's the closing paragraph of a life lived on principle. The investing lesson. Patience outperforms genius. Buffett's farewell invites reflection on what made him extraordinary, And it wasn't timing, technology, or luck. It was temperament. He turned patience into a strategy, discipline into a moat, and humility into alpha. In an era of high-frequency trades and meme stocks, Buffett's success remains a quiet protest against short-termism. His message to investors was always simple. You don't need to be smarter than everyone else. You need to be more disciplined than everyone else. From Coca-Cola to Apple, Buffett's biggest wins came not from complex algorithms, but from conviction and holding power. He once quipped, "Our favorite holding period is forever." That phrase, mocked by traders, became the foundation of one of the world's most successful portfolios. For younger investors today, facing AI hype cycles, crypto booms, and social media speculation, Buffett's words sound almost ancient, but that's precisely why they endure. The human side of capitalism. Perhaps Buffett's most enduring contribution isn't financial at all. It's moral. In a world obsessed with quarterly results, Buffett reminded us that capitalism doesn't have to be ruthless. It can be compassionate, measured, and generative. He built wealth, yes, but he also built trust among shareholders, employees, and communities. His modest lifestyle in Omaha wasn't a gimmick. It was proof that success need not corrupt simplicity. At a time when CEOs chase headlines and valuations, Buffett's humility stands out as a competitive advantage. He once said, "Someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago." That's not just an investment metaphor. It's a moral blueprint for how institutions and individuals can think beyond their own lifetime. The legacy of Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire now faces a new era. The markets will inevitably question how it performs without its legendary captain. But the truth is, Buffett has spent decades preparing for this very moment, decentralizing operations, empowering managers, and embedding culture deeper than charisma. In Buffett's world, process outlives personality. Greg Abel inherits not just a company, but a creed, that capital should serve both investors and society. And if he preserves that balance, Berkshire will remain a lighthouse in a volatile sea. Buffett's farewell is not a signal of decline. It's a reminder that greatness doesn't need to shout. It compounds quietly. Buffett's "Quod is quaesage" to investors. As he steps away, he's not chasing applause. He's teaching, one last time, that silence can speak volumes. "I will continue writing an annual Thanksgiving message," he wrote, addressing not only his children, but every shareholder who believed in him. Even in farewell, he refuses to close the door completely. That's Buffett. Never dramatic, never abrupt, just gracefully deliberate. The markets will move on, new leaders will rise, and AI will automate more of investing, but none will replicate the simplicity of his formula. Understand what you own, hold it for the right reasons, and treat people decently along the way. Closing. The sound of quiet power. When history writes its verdict, Warren Buffett's greatest investment won't be in stocks. It'll be in trust. He turned capitalism into a craft of patience and ethics, proving that decency can be profitable. As he goes quiet, the silence is almost poetic, because in that silence lies the echo of every lesson he's ever shared. That compounding works not only with money, but with wisdom. For investors, this is more than a farewell. It's a call to maturity, to stop chasing noise and start listening to the deeper rhythm of value, purpose, and time. Warren Buffett is going quiet, but the world of investing will be quoting him, studying him, and trying to emulate him forever. You've been listening to Pie Uncut's Investing Editorial, exploring the final chapter of Warren Buffett's extraordinary journey, a masterclass in patience, purpose, and principle. If this episode inspired you, remember, the best investments are made not in moments of noise, but in seasons of silence.